Alrighty, welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and get this message out. I don't like a very long introduction. I don't like introductions at all, so y'all know what it is. And ooh. Okay, so we got some fast moving energy, very passionate energy. Someone might get a message from someone. Someone might be actually getting someone invested in something, and they might be getting something back. This might come quickly too. It's almost like there was a period of like someone planted seeds, and now they're quickly about to reap the benefits of whatever they planted. I need a little bit more energy on this. Could you help me understand these real quick? Ooh, I was wrong. So someone's about to reap what they sow. There's some quick and fast energy coming towards somebody about something that they invested in. Someone invested in a very toxic type of energy, and they about to reap what they sow. Someone is losing passion real quick. But they're also working hard. Someone is working on something. They don't feel passion about it, but they're working hard on it still. But their ships are not going to come in because the truth is going to overshadow it. Someone invested in something that was very toxic. Give me some more on this. Something that they refuse to walk away from. Someone invested in something really toxic. They refuse to walk away from it. And they're still working really hard on it, but they're not going to get anything from it. Because the truth is going to come in and shatter all of this. The truth about this situation is going to shatter all of this. Someone refused to walk away. Ooh. Damn. Ooh. So someone refused to walk away from something emotionally. They did not use discernment before picking and choosing. And they were very impulsive with this choice, which is going to lead to a lot of conflict, a lot of fighting. This might be a group somebody is a part of. Some group that someone was a part of. This might be a third party situation too. It's not Lord, I freaking love reading. So I'm low-key getting a third party situation, but a consensual third party situation. It's like somebody decided to be in an open relationship, and they thought that this was going to help. Because somebody's working on something that's just not going to work out. And they're doing all the backflips to keep a romantic relationship, a partnership going. And they don't have discernment when it comes to their partnership. It's almost like somebody's giving into something to keep their relationship going. Or somebody's ignoring it and still working on a relationship it's not working out. It ain't working out. Somebody don't have the courage. Someone just doesn't have the courage. They're very impulsive, and they're low-key a coward. Someone's very I hate to say it, I'm sorry. And they're fighting. They're fighting about wanting to keep their partnership closed, but it's like this person gave in and decided, oh well, okay, let's try it to see if it'll help our relationship out, and it's not going the way that they want it to go. And this message is gonna come in fast. It's like this person like was planting the seed to try to further a toxic situation, and this shit about to come in real fast that it's not working out. You're putting work in that you don't need to be. You keep all the work in that you want to put in, but your ships is not coming in because the truth is gonna come out. The truth that this person really don't wanna be in this third party situation. They want to walk away, but they're refusing to walk away, and they made a bad decision in the name of love. They made a bad decision, a really irrational and like a decision. They picked the wrong cup when it came to love. They did it for love. They did it for love, and it was very impulsive because they were too afraid. They were too afraid to walk away from the situation. They're too afraid to be honest about this situation coming to a close, and it's going to cause a lot of problems. Like somebody's about to fight because they want to close the relationship now. Somebody want to close the relationship. Then you know what? I give up on the idea of me not doing love readings, because maybe this is what the I'm trying to do readings for like the collective and like moving the collective forward. But I think the problem is that so many people are really so focused on this. They're focused on romance and love, and like there's nothing I can do about it. I have to just tell y'all what y'all need to help move the collective forward. This is not just, you know, an individual thing. This really is about the collective movement. It's not going to work out. There's no partnership in this, and you need to move forward. You're not going to get the partnership that you want when it comes to this person. You're just not. You're not going to get the partnership that you want when it comes to this person. And I would be sorry, but I'm not, because it's not good for you. You need to move away from this energy. This is a toxic energy. This person going to keep abusing you and like manipulating you. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just there's no love here, bro. There's no love. Ace of Cups reversed. There is no love. You're working on something, and the results that you want is not gonna come to fruition. Like, you are reaping what you sow, unfortunately. And I don't mean like you've done something bad, but you allowed yourself to do something that you didn't want to do, that you weren't really comfortable with. You said okay in a situation, and this might be manipulation too. Don't get me wrong. You might have been manipulated into doing this, but you still went along with it. And this, you're not gonna get what you want from it. You're just not, unfortunately. And the Six of Cups, you may want to rethink this relationship. And there's somebody in your past. This might be like someone from your childhood that may be worth it instead. And I don't mean like as in romance. This might be like a friendship that, you know, that you had, or a family that you have that will support you in your time of need. Because this is about to I have so many words in my head right now. Like, this is about to put somebody like out. This is about to put somebody out. Yeah. You don't want this. That's the thing. But the thing is, like, you didn't want it, but you accepted it anyways. The Four of Cups in reverse. Like, you didn't want it, but you accepted it anyways. And like, it might have been fun for a little bit, but this person felt like they're losing their person to somebody else. And it's because somebody doesn't have patience for themselves. It's almost like someone was willing to sacrifice themselves to make somebody else happy in a situation that they weren't happy in. Like, neither of them were happy. Neither of these people were happy, but someone sacrificed themselves. And they weren't patient enough to wait for somebody else who was going to be in alignment with them. Someone's going to have to strategically plan in this situation. There's a lot of planning that needs to be done, but if someone is distracted, you'll never get to the planning part. If you want a better future, you want more happiness, I can tell you that it's not going to be with this person. This person that you're trying to be with is just going to be suffering with that person. You have a chance to get a plan together, to make a plan and execute it with passion, but you have to be strategic. This can go either way. You can be, you know, on your King of Swords shit, plan things and do what's right for you, or you can be in the reverse and and be very foolish with your decisions. It's really your choice. It's really your choice. It's really your choice, baby. You ain't got to do this. You're choosing to. Again, a Six of Pentacles in reverse. This card is supposed to be about equal give and take. This card is supposed to be about, like, sometimes you're on the receiving end, sometimes you're on the giving end, but there's none of that that's happening. Someone is moving with passion, though. There is a lot of passion in this situation. Like, the environment is full of passion. But you gotta think to yourself, like, passion is not sustainable in a relationship. Someone having just passion alone, people have passion for people that they don't even know. People are very passionate about a lot of things, but it's about consistency. You have to be consistent with that. You have to genuinely care. And like, for me, it's just like a spark. It's not always a bad thing, because passion can breed a lot of things, but that's not enough. You have to have emotional stability. You have to have someone who wants to be in the same situation with you, who wants to move forward with you. Passion is not enough. People be having passion and lust all day long. The Eight of Swords in reverse. So somebody is going to release themselves from these bonds that, I'm not going to say it's just in their head, but it's something that they've kind of like, they've been stuck on. You're going to realize that this emotional love that somebody is offering you is not real. It's not stable. Even if they do truly mean that they want to love you correctly, it doesn't mean that they're going to follow through with that. Somebody could want something and just can't do it, and that's okay. You have to leave them where they're at. But it seems like this collective is going to come out of this like idea of fighting just to fight. Like, and I mean, like, in this situation, somebody's fighting to hold on to a relationship, just to hold on to it, just to fight for it. And it's like, why are you fighting for something that's not really for you? These two people want different things. These two people want different things, but I'm also getting like a selfish energy too. Look, there's other things that are coming, and it's really up to you to really either fully embrace the emotions and the emotional fulfillment that's coming for you, or, you know, be ungrateful. There's things coming towards you. You just have to be patient. You're going to be able to see the sun. Like, you're going to be able to see through all the clouds the sun. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's saying, you know what I mean. Like, you're going to be able to see the sun. You just have to be appreciative of it, because you, or this person, Lord have mercy, this person really don't want it to end. But I'm telling you, babes, it's going to end. You're either going to suffer the whole way, you're going to be dragged to an ending, or you can let it go. The universe is about to wrap that shit up for you. You can be dragged the whole way. And let me tell you, people always say, oh, life is so short. No, life is the longest thing you'll ever fucking do. I promise you. It is the longest thing you'll ever do. Why would you want to spend most of your life getting dragged in a situation that's not for you? You're going to keep getting dragged in this situation. Your feelings is going to mean nothing to this person. They're going to be like, oh, I love you, but they're going to keep doing the shit that they're doing. I didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, somebody don't want to be single. And the thing is, you're going to be better off by yourself. And I don't mean by yourself like alone, because if you just invest in other things, invest in a hobby, like invest in something else, you're going to find your community. Invest in your family. Investing in your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your friends. Like, invest in somebody else than this person, because you're going to keep getting dragged. There's this, and this is a collective energy of people, y'all focusing way too much on romantic love. It's time to come out of it. Somebody's been like in their head. They've been doing a lot of introspection. It's time to come out. Like, you've thought about it long enough. It is time to put a plan in motion so that you can get the hell out of the situation. That's what it is. It's time to put a plan in motion. Truly. You have a chance at having stability. It really is up to you. Like, people have multiple paths in this life. You have multiple paths. Like, you can stick around in this situation if you want, but you're also going to experience what's meant to be experienced in that situation. And what's meant to be experienced in that situation, if you keep ignoring what you want, if you keep ignoring your emotional boundaries, you keep ignoring, you're going to continue to suffer. And this is not one of those, it's not a punishment, it just is. When I say consequences, I don't mean consequences like, oh, you're being punished for doing something bad, because consequences is not about what's bad and what's good. Consequences is just it's just what's happening after your action or lack of action. That's all it is. You can have happiness. You really can. unfortunately, this person is not going to bring it because it is filled with toxicity. There's too much toxicity in it. You're not going to get what you want out of it. But you can stay if you want. Like, at the end of the day, you can't make no person move if they don't want to move. You can stay as long as you want. But I'm telling you, you're going to get mollywopped the whole fucking way through that relationship. You're going to be suffering 10 plus fucking years of your life in a situation that you should have ended a year into it. Or less. 10 fucking years of your whole fucking life, bro. Like, that's a lot of time. And you don't even know how much time you have after that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's still very fucking long. 10 years is a long time to get mollywopped throughout your whole fucking relationship. And I don't mean physical abuse, because I don't know. Some of y'all maybe, but to me, this is somebody's just unhappy with the circumstances of the relationship. I do not believe in struggling with somebody. I do not believe that. I believe that you should build community with other people, have a career, have a hobby, have people who love and care for you and support you, and still date. Date on the side. Have your life. Because if you put all of your eggs in one fucking basket, your shit's gonna be gone. When that basket gives, all of your shit's gone. But if you have a bunch of baskets and you separate your eggs, at least if that one basket fails, you still have these other baskets. You're putting too much of your time and your energy and your value in one basket. And you're going to be left with nothing. You're going to be left with nothing. Bro, this shit is crazy. You're going to be left with nothing. It's time for you to take on this Queen of Energy, this Queen of Swords energy, and stop harping on this, like, stop harping on this, you know, everything I've worked for is in the water, and everything is gone. I can't. No. You still have 2 cups. You still have other places to invest into. You still have other things to worry about. One thing is gone, yes, and you do need time to grieve it. But don't stay there for too long, because you have other stuff, you have other priorities. You got to take on this Queen of Swords energy. And there's somebody out here have a kid who's watching you. Somebody out here who have children who have been watching you throughout this whole thing. And if you're not going to be in your Queen of Swords energy type shit and do what's right for you and yours, look at the example that you're setting for them. Look at the example that you're setting for them. You need to start. Somebody out here who walked away from, like, people who actually loved and cared for them over this person, and, like, you need to go ahead and go back and apologize and invest back in your community. That's what you need to do, because this person don't got no good meaning for you. They're not, bro. It's it's finito, bro. Like, they're not coming in with anything. They're not gonna offer you anything. Unfortunately, the decision that was made was a bad decision. It was a bad judgment. It was a bad judgment when it came to this person, and you're going to have to own up to that. This doesn't mean you're a bad person. And, like, I don't understand how is it that a mistake or, like, something that, like, oh, you know, I really thought this was going to... Why is that bad? You're not a bad person. You're not a stupid person. You're not a ridiculous person. Yes, you wanted love. You did. And, like, we get that. That's fine. But it's time to move on. It's time to see things for what it is. The judgment is coming, and it's not going to be a good one. Again, consequences. And the consequences don't mean you did something bad. It don't mean you deserve to be hurt. It doesn't mean you deserve what's happening to you. It doesn't. It just means that you did something, and now the consequences are there. Like, when I think about it like heroin or something like that. Like, I don't think drug use is inherently bad. I really don't. And I don't think those people are bad people. But, like, you out here doing heroin and you expect to have a normal life, that's not going to happen. You're consistently out here doing things that are messing up your body, messing up your brain. What do you think is going to happen? I don't think you deserve that. I don't think anybody deserves that. But remember, it's still heroin. You're not gonna have a good time. And you don't have to do heroin to know that if you consistently doing heroin, you ain't gonna have a good time. I'm sorry, baby. You don't need to do it to know. There are books out there. There are other people who have been telling you. You don't want to listen to them. I know you don't. Other people out here telling you that this is not a good decision. It's not a good judgment. And you wanna stand on business, and you about to get mollywopped for 10 plus years if you stay with this person. You could do it. You could do it. You want to invest your whole life into something. At the end of your life, you're going to be like, I wish I didn't do it. I wish I would have done something different. You're going to live a long life, a long, painful, suffering life with somebody. And you're going to think to yourself at the very end, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have done something different. Here's your time. Here's your warning. Here's your time and here's your warning. You got to start moving. And if you got to sneak away, bitch, sneak away. Sneak away. If this is what you got to do, do it. Sneak away if you have to. Make a plan. Have friends and family waiting for you. Slowly move your items out. Slowly start separating your bank account. Whatever you gotta do, baby, do it. I'm telling you, the judgment is not going to be in your favor if you stay in the situation. You're not going to have a good judgment call for the situation. The universe is not, and it's not about punishing anybody. It's just about the consequences of your action or inaction. That's really it. And the consequences, people think it's always a punishment, but no. The consequences is if I tell you don't put your hand on the stove and the stove is hot, you put your hand on it, you get burnt. That's just what it is. If somebody has a consistent history of doing somebody dirty, hurting people, and you want to be associated with that person, what you think the consequences is going to be if that person consistently does that to people? You are not the exception to people's misbehavior. You're not the exceptions to people's patterns. And it doesn't mean you're not special in your own way, but you are not responsible for somebody's actions. You cannot stop it and you cannot make it happen. That is somebody else's actions. Very plain and simple. You cannot stop it and you can't make it happen. So if somebody has been doing crazy stuff their whole life, you're not going to be the exception to that. You're not. You're not. You're not. All right, universe, you got anything else to say? Because I'm about to wrap it up. I almost wrapped it up. You're going to come out of it. That's the thing. If you allow yourself to exit and escape now, you're going to be okay. You're going to find your passions and you're going to be able to move forward. You have a decision to make. You have a very important decision to make. You can make that decision. Even though you're going to be feeling like left out in the cold, you're going to heal from it. You're going to come out of it. You're going to be okay. And you're going to move towards your passion. You're going to have a lot more energy, a lot more youth behind you. But this person is draining the soul out of you, baby. They're draining the soul out of you. And you can make your decision. Again, if you want to stay, you can stay, baby. Stay as long as you want. And you're going to be getting mollywopped the whole fucking way. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be looking around. You're going to be on one of them TikTok trends when they like, what do you mean they drained the soul out of you? You're going to have this nice ass picture of you looking good and happy and healthy. And the next picture you looking drained. That's you. That's going to be you. You're going to look in the dictionary for that and it's going to be your face right there. So, I'm hoping y'all get it together. I really do wish the best for you. Even though, I'm talking the way I'm talking, like, it doesn't mean that I want this for you. I'm trying to tell you that this is not what you want. You think you want it, but I promise you don't. And there's so many other people that also try to warn others in your situation about it. It's not about jealousy. People are just trying to let you know what they went through. They've been embarrassed. They're trying to recover from that. And they know it takes years to recover from that. And they're honestly trying to save you the misery that they went through. That's what people are trying to do. They're honestly trying to help you. Listen to the people who have already gone through this. You genuinely don't have to go through a hard lesson. You can read about it and avoid it. You can watch a movie and avoid it. You can listen to others who have more knowledge than you and avoid it. It really is about listening and trying to further your life. And I don't mean to be mean about this, but you're not the exception. Nobody is. Nobody is the exception to the dysfunction of others. Nobody is the exception to that. And you are dealing with a dysfunctional type of situation. You're not the exception. No one is. You think that somebody else is going to take your spot and have a better life than you? I promise you they won't. Especially because these people that do stuff like this, they're not on a healing journey. They're on a take as much as they can get journey. That's what they're on. And you're going to have to open your eyes to the world that we live in. Not the world that has been preached to us. Not the fantasy that we want to live in. But the world we actually live in. That's the world that we're in. And you either sink or float. You either get it or you don't. And those who don't get it suffer immensely. So I really hope that y'all have a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I wish you the best, truly, from the bottom of my heart. I really do. And I will see you in the next one.